Welcome to twoill screen printing. What I will be showing you guys how to do today is how to print on jerseys. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get it started. So first, this is the design that we're gonna get on the jerseys. As you can see, I put two different design. Actually, there's four different prints, but I managed to put the ones that go in the front on one side, and then the ones that are gonna go on the back on the other side. But I wouldn't really suggest you guys really do this unless you guys are good at taping or you guys like cleaning a lot, you know. But the easiest way to do this and the faster way to do it is if you just had a screen for this and then another screen for this, you know, flip to the other side. So you can align both and just flip them, you know. So I'm gonna show you guys how to just do it with this. So I already have this design for the back align, so we're just gonna go ahead and tape the sides. As you can see right here, I had done a navy print, and there's like some residue it got left behind. I would originally clean it with screen unblock, that orange one, and it'll take it off. But right now I'm just gonna do it like that. The white that I use, it might scrape off a little bit of this blue, so that might not come out too cool. But you know, I'm gonna just show you guys how to print on jerseys mostly, you know. All right, so I'm gonna just tape the sides here. I put this tape so you won't, so I won't get no print outside of where I don't want it, you know, like right here on the sides where the emulsion like doesn't cover. So just go ahead and tape this, because before this one I had a tape with a navy, so I just cleaned this, and now I'm putting tape on it. All right. Okay, so now you see how I have two different designs, and I want to be real careful not to since I'm gonna have the jersey here and it's gonna be all the way over here, I don't want to print this right now, because this is where the this is actually the front design. So I'm gonna just go ahead and tape it off like this, however you can. This tape is actually real good, it sticks real well, and this tape is good because it doesn't stick too much to where when you want to take it off, it rips your mesh or doesn't want to come off, or the glue stays on there. This is like, I think it's painter's tape, you know. That's what you use. It's real sticky to where it stays good, but it comes off easy. And also never try to put tape when there's like some kind of mineral spirits on there either, because it won't stick, or if it's wet it won't stick either. So right here I just taped off the front design. So I'm gonna go ahead and print the back design. So this is a jersey we're gonna be printing. This is where the front design is gonna go, right here and right here, and then the back design is gonna have here and then here, and then I'm actually gonna print right here like our logo, but that's like, I'm not gonna show you guys how to do that, because I'm just showing you guys how to print the front and the back on this jersey. But the one thing that's the most important thing about printing on jerseys is to use the right type of paint. Use the right type of paint when you print on jerseys. Because if you were to print on regular Plastisol, I would say I would use a regular Plastisol originally on this. It will stick on, but I would have to when I cure it, it might stick on well. But in order for it to stick on well, you really gotta burn it on there, you know. And if when you burn it on there real good, the Plastisol it'll bleed, so the black will turn it gray, you know. And what we're trying to get with this jersey print, we want a real solid white, where it's like it doesn't fade, you know. Because if you were to print on a red jersey and you were to use regular plastisol, actually the plastisol, you might be able to get it on there, but it's gonna be pink, like hella pink. Even if you do like 2 or even 3 layers, even 4 layers. So the important thing to do is the paint. The paint that we use, it's this one here. This one's a low bleed poly white. It's from Union Ink. It's low bleed because it's real thick, so it doesn't flood out through the bottom of the screen, you know, even if you have like a real thick mesh, you know. So, and these are good for even like printing on t-shirts or whatever, but this is more expensive. Like a gallon of this will cost like a good $80 or $90 compared to the $30 or $40 regular gallon of plastisol white. So there's a little bit more, it's a little harder to use because it's real thick. But it's real important because this is the polyester white where it dries real fast when you flash it. So that's what we're gonna use. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put some on here. You see how it's like real thick? Okay, so now I put some on here. So what I'm gonna do now, since I don't want it real thick, I'm gonna actually mix it down with regular plastisol. And we just get a little bit, maybe like 3/4 polyester and 1/4 plastisol. I'm sure there's probably other additives you could add regular plastisol that will turn it into like something like real thick like this, but I'm real happy with the results with the polyester paint, with how it brings the how it gets the color on the jerseys, you know, without, or any polyester shirts, you know, it doesn't lose the color. This type of ink, if you're doing sweaters that have maybe if it's like 50-50, I suggest that you guys use polyester paint. But like how I am doing it here, you want to mix it down with regular plastisol, because the one I get, it's real thick. That's why it's called low bleed. I have to look to see if they have any other ones that are actually just regular you know, polyester. So right here I soften it to where you know it's still low bleed, but it's more easier for me to just swipe it. It's gonna be less you know, harm on the wrists when I swipe it. So I'm gonna add a little bit more plastisol just to make it a little bit more softer. So I'm actually right here, I'm doing 1/3 plastisol and 2/3 low bleed polyester paint. And the low bleed polyester paint, it comes in different colors. So you want to do like gold on a navy jersey or whatever, you know, they sell that. That's more expensive. I'm sure if you try to get a low bleed polyester red, that'll be pretty pricey. I'm sure it'll be over $150 easy. All right, so right here I just soften it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a squeegee. I'm gonna use this one. You see what I did right here? I just took off the old plastisol I was using on this. I put it back. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the low bleed polyester. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it on here. And then when I do this, I actually, you see I put tape there. I also put tape over here just to cover this. Just like lay the squeegee on there. See? But if you're like somewhat like sloppy, where if you think you leave a little bit right here exposed, you might want to close it. What I would do is sometimes I get like maybe like flyers when people like I get too many and I don't pass them out. I just put a flyer here and I just put tape up here just to save tape, you know. Or maybe you have like some kind of cardboard, whatever, paper or anything, you know, just put it there and you know, tape it just so you won't put tape everywhere. Because then sometimes you might forget that you left tape there and you come back like months later to take it off and it's gonna leave some stickiness on this. It's a little more hectic, you know. So there, I put tape on there. So now we're gonna swipe it, and this one's pre-aligned already. As you can see, this is how I aligned it. I aligned this down here so I could align the bottom of the design, and then I aligned this up here just so I could align the top letters. See, watch. See? This is how I know it's straight. Because when I align this one, I'm gonna align it to the bottom of this, and then this is here. And then when I do these, there's an actual, watch, I'm gonna show you guys. There's an actual line. You see the line? This line right here, I'm gonna have to put it right here. So because I can't print over the seams, it's gonna the printing looks terrible when you go over seams. Once in a while you could like pull it off, but it's a little tricky, you know. Especially if you're doing a lot, you're gonna have a lot of fun. So I might want to put it there, you know. So how I do it, whenever I align any other designs, well, first don't forget you want to turn on your flash, because this one we are actually gonna hit it 2 times. That's why I actually softened it down. That's why I softened down the low bleed poly white, just so I could do 2 swipes easier. Because if it's real thick, the paint is known a lot to when you lift up the board, to take the shirt or the jersey with it, you know, especially if it's a low bleed, because it's like real thick. So it's hard to really just get it on the swipe and let it stay there. So all right, just spray this. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and swipe this. We're not swiping, but I'm gonna align this. All right. So this is the back design, and this is where the line is at. Luckily, since I haven't swiped it, I could drop it down to where I could go like this and I can see where the line is at. And it looks pretty good right here. Actually needs to be more straighter. Do you see how it's going higher? So I'll just straighten it up a little right here. See? And that's good right there. Just flatten that. As you can see, there's holes on there. So since there's holes there, we only have to do like 1 at a time on each board, you know. So that's that one there. And I'm actually I'm gonna go ahead and align these, you know, so I could just do it with the quickness. Look at that. So this one's a little sticky already, so I'm gonna just put a little bit of spray. And this one, I'm gonna align this one too. And the same thing. A lot of the times I would also like go look down like this and then just see where the line is at. That's already when I already have like white on it. It's like more safe, you know, so you won't drop it down and get a stain like that, how I just did it. All right, so around here. And with these is a little more tricky because you gotta be more precise and you're using special paints and all that, you know, but that's the only way we're gonna get these done. Another cool way to do jerseys, I would say, this maybe some vinyl cutters. I'll make it way easier. It's like stickers, you know. This is a screen printing way. Yeah, in another video I'll show you guys how to screen print numbers, you know, and other ways how to go about it to go quicker. Because if people ask you to do some numbers on people's jerseys, you're gonna go through a big headache, especially if you have like over 12 different numbers to print, you know. But that's like another video I'll show you guys. Alright, so there's some, I just aligned the jerseys on here. There's the line where it hits here on all of them. And I'm gonna just go ahead and swipe them now with the low bleed poly plastisol. It's still plastisol, but it's low bleed poly. You know, get yours at your local screen printing place, and you know, try all the colors, and you know, just this is how you swipe it right here. I'm gonna just go ahead and flood it real soft one time. I'm just spreading the paint all over it, just spreading it evenly. And start it there, and then I'm gonna just go ahead and really swipe it through this time. I'm actually swiping at a 45-degree angle. Just one swipe, just thoroughly and even. That's how it looks there. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do that to all of them. And the important thing with this flash here, you want it fairly high, just so you don't burn the jerseys. Here I have it maybe like 4 inches high, 5 inches high, and make sure you don't leave it chilling there too long, because it burns quickly, and it might warp the actual the jersey. And then if you try to drop the color again, it might not land well. So just be careful with that. So we'll just go ahead and do this one. Just flood it, and then just swipe it in there. That. Just come back here and make sure this is dry before you go on to the next one. It is dry. Right here's a little wet, so I'm gonna just go ahead and put the flash on this side. And it might take a little longer just because you have it higher, you know, and just to take precautions not to mess it up. And actually putting up the flash higher, it helps you doing also sweaters when you're working with poly also. Just so especially the polyester sweaters, when you put it over heat, they contract, and then it gets disaligned when you try to drop the second layer. So when you have the flash real high, it just dries it to where it doesn't really warp it out or anything, you know. So that's just a little trick. I'll do another video on how to do that. Okay, so that's dry there. I'm gonna go ahead and do the all the rest of those other ones. Okay, I went ahead and swiped all of these with one swipe, and now I'm gonna do a second one. So you can see right here, this one's more whiter, and then this one's like semi-white. But once I do this other swipe, it should be really bold. Just go ahead and swipe it the same way I did the first one. So just a flood, and then swipe it on there. And it's pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out real carefully, because under this it's full of white paint, you know, with a bunch of dots. So I'm gonna just lift it here. Just make sure I don't get that up there. And you see right here, where, since I didn't over cure it, you can see the holes through it. If I would have cured it too much or added too much paint and then cured the second layer, these holes would have been closed. Some people like it like that, but these right here, I'm actually doing it with the holes on it. So I'm gonna just pull this out real careful and just slide it out the board. Just be real careful like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw it through the conveyor dryer. So but when I throw it through the conveyor dryer, I'm do it way faster, maybe like double the speed I normally would have anything, and then just do it real fast to where you know it's gonna dry it, but it might not cure it. But then when it goes through, you just check to see if it's cured or not, and then if it's not, you just do it more little slower, and then once it starts curing, you just stay with that temperature with all the jerseys. So, but that'll be another maybe video too, on conveyor dryer temperatures and speeds. But with this one, it's a fast speed. It's regular temperature, but it's just faster, so you make sure you don't burn it, because it cures fast. And go ahead and throw it through. But that's basically what it is. You know, just use special paints for your specialty jerseys, and you will have different, like, you know, when you do printing, you have always different little problems you get into, you know, like printing on seams or getting around seams and stuff like that, you know. But this is like definitely one of them that's a little tricky. It's not, you know, normal to be just printing like this. Like I said, if you were to do a lot, especially with like names and numbers, I suggest you get a vinyl cutter. It's more cleaner. It's like you have to invest in less paints, because in reality these you don't really use poly a lot. What I've used poly paints for is mostly jerseys and like maybe like barber coats and all that special stuff. It comes in handy, but it gets a little pricey when you use, you know, buy all kinds of colors that you don't really use a lot. So this one is ready. Swiped it, pick it up real carefully. See that? My arm through here or something. Just be real careful. That's a little tricky, so there you go. And before we swipe anything else on these, you want to make sure you clean these, because you see how it's just dots, and you don't want to get these inside any shirt or jerseys. And this one has it, and this one has like a little less, but they're there, you know. Just clean them. Okay, so now I just printed all the shirts, or not the shirts, but all the jerseys. So now I'm gonna go ahead and clean these boards real quick, because you can see there's white dots everywhere. So, okay, real fast. Just spray it right on where the white dots are at. Let's get right there. Just like quick little spray down. You don't have to clean it all perfectly, because we're gonna do the other side right now. Just clean that there. Little spray there. Spray there. One already has some. Alright. So just go ahead and wipe off this paint off. Just wipe it down as much as you can to get all that mineral spirits you sprayed on there. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and realign the bottom of the other design. So there. So I'm gonna take off the tape off the other top of the other design. Like this. Alright. Also, I'm going to take this top one. And I'm going to clamp it and just flip it. And you should be able to align it. But actually I put the tape too high, or too low I mean, so I'm gonna just put it higher. Just take it off evenly and just raise it up, and there it is. And now you can see where the line is at. And what I do, I just check where the design begins and ends. So this one is too much to the right, so I'm gonna just bring it over here, and then I count from right here to right here where the board ends, because I can feel under here where the line is at. So there's 3 fingers here, and then right here is 2 fingers here. So I'm actually gonna move it over here, and now it's 2.5 fingers here, and it's like 2.5 here. So I'm gonna just leave it there. And as you can see right here, this board right here, it's not smart for me to actually do them on here, because you see how this design is not landing on the board right. So I'm gonna have to actually use the bigger board. Luckily I have a bigger board for this. Yeah, but when you align the sides, you always want to make sure that it's even too, you know. Actually, I gotta lift it right here a little. So there. Just straight all this. So that means this is straight. But I'm gonna have to use the bigger board. Hopefully it lands on there. Which is that one, and then that one over there. Those are the bigger ones. Okay. So I'll just take this off and then see if this lands well on this. Hopefully it does. And actually it doesn't. It lands a little bit off. So I'm gonna just check this one. I have to do them one at a time. That's why it's always good for you to do those screens more better. So actually it doesn't fit on any of the boards. So I'm gonna just go ahead and drop this. You could always lift the boards too, but I'm actually gonna just drop the screen. It's like it's faster that way. So I'm gonna just drop it down. All right, now that it's like this low, it should land on this other board. On this one, is actually not gonna land. So on this one, it should now. So I'm gonna check, and it does land. So I'm gonna just go ahead and start printing them on this. I'm only gonna show you guys how to do one, and you know, just use your imagination for the rest, you know. But I'm gonna do them. I just don't want to record all this. I'll just show you guys how to do the front on this one. Okay, so we're gonna do this one. So what you do first is spray it. Make sure your hands are clean. You don't want to contaminate the other sweaters or jerseys. So I just sprayed it. And I put it evenly, you know, down the middle. And then make sure the line's straight. And then actually, before I drop anything, what you want to do is just get a rag and then just clean the bottom of the other design. And how you would do the other design by putting the tape up on top. We're actually gonna put the tape now on the bottom, unless you want to just clean the whole screen and then put the tape on top. But so I don't want to clean the whole screen, so I'm gonna just put tape on the bottom. I'm putting one right here where the big squeegee would go, right here, and then right here where we're swiping. There, there. There. That's good enough. All right. So not like the other one where the line lands here. So I have to bring this line up here. Just bring it up here. And the line is we gotta look down right here. We gotta lift it up a little higher. All right. That lands good right there. Just press it down, and that should be straight. So let's just hope it is. All right, so I'm gonna just get this, and then just swipe it like the other one. One flood, and then one swipe. And that's that right there. You see how it looks? Damn. Straight there and straight there. And then middle right there. You see how I did that? But in order for you to get this, you gotta actually measure this. Or actually, I didn't measure it. Actually, I measured the transparencies I needed. I needed this one and this one, and then I got this actual jersey, and I laid it out, and I put this transparency here, and then I put this transparency here, and then I taped them, and I make sure that we're real straight. And all these jerseys I'm doing, they're all small, because we're all crop topping them, you know, for females. But if you were to do this on different size jerseys, you will need one screen for every size, because it will change up, unless you want to just do them individually prints. You know, I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, that's how it works. Probably rewind that and make sense of that, you know. But I'm just cure it, and then that's the final product. I'm actually real happy with this print on these. And then we just put one official one in the right, and then it has actually 5 prints, but it was actually 3. But it looks pretty cool. So still drying it. So when you drop this, I make sure it's landing right on the same place I had it before, you know, and it looks like it is. So let's just swipe this. All right, one flood and then one swipe. And that shit came out real crispy. Look at that. Just gotta be real careful. Take this off. And bam, got this front print. Just throw it through the conveyor dryer and we're good to go. So that was how to screen print on jersey material. If you guys have any questions on how to screen print jersey, or if you think I forgot something, let me know and I'll do it on the next one. I'll do jerseys again. So if you guys like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and just don't forget to leave us a comment, because we always want to hear what you guys think, you know. And the question for the day, I know it's real silly, but who of you actually screen print? All right, just leave the comments and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, take care, peace. So this right here is the finished product, just the front and the back. This is twoill. And how you check these, you just try crack them, and if it don't crack, that means they're cured well. As you can see, the color, it's not cracking, that means it's cured well. It cured fast because it's poly. And look at how the white looks on it. Don't use regular plastic, so make justice for these jerseys and use polyester paint. Look at that. You know, and always forget to keep it twoill. You know? You see it? Is it focusing? Keep it twoill. Alright, peace.